Welcome to Top 7 TV. Today we are going to see the top 7 smallest animals in the world. In 7th place, the dwarf lantern shark. This shark is smaller than a human hand. It's a maximum known length of 7.9 inches. It is a little-known species of dogfish shark. Dwarf lantern sharks are dark brown colored and have long flattened head that usually occupies 1/3 of the body. It's rarely seen and little is known about it, having only been observed a few times off the northern tip of South America at depths between 283 to 439 meters. The dwarf lantern shark has light-emitting organs called photophores along its belly and fins. These help them camouflage when they feed in shallower water. The lit-up belly blends in with sunlight streaming down from above. In darker water, the light attracts smaller animals, which the shark preys upon. It also has big eyes for a shark, to help it see in the mostly dark waters of the ocean's twilight zone. Dwarf lantern shark is a carnivore. Its diet consists of miniature crustaceans, called krill. In 6th place, the pygmy marmoset is a small monkey that live in the rainforests of South America and tend to be between 4.6 to 6.2 inches tall, without counting their tails. A full-grown pygmy marmoset could fit in an adult human's hand, and it weighs about as much as a stick of butter. But there is nothing tiny about a pygmy marmoset's tail. It's longer than its body. The tail is not prehensile, but it helps the little monkey keep its balance as it gallops through the treetops. Both male and female pygmy marmosets are orange-brown. Each hair has stripes of brown and black, called agouti coloring. This coloration gives them good camouflage. It typically lives in the understory of the mature evergreen forests and often near rivers, principally in the Amazon basin, in Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru and Bolivia. It can be found between ground level and about 66 feet into the trees. It is often found in areas with standing water for more than 3 months of the year. The diet of the pygmy marmoset is very different from most other species of monkeys. Theirs consists of sap and gum. If they can't get enough sap or gum, they consume plants and fruit. In 5th place, the bee hummingbird. It is the smallest living bird. Females are 2.4 inches height and are slightly larger than males. It is a swift, strong flyer. Endemic to Cuba, the bird weighs less than a dime and can beat its wings up to 200 times per second. This hard work requires that they eat their body weight in nectar and insects each day, darting through the air so quickly that they are able to visit up to 1,500 flowers in just 24 hours, playing an important role in the reproduction of plants. The brilliant iridescent colors of the bee hummingbird's feathers make the bird seem like a tiny jewel. These hummingbirds do not migrate because of the climate they inhabit. They do move short distances because of changes in availability of high-quality nectar from flowers during different seasons of the year. More than one male will compete for a female. Unlike some other species, the mating ritual is not dramatic. It normally occurs while perching or simply hovering in the air. Many hummingbirds engage in acrobatic theatrical mating dive. They are known to live a long life relative to some other species. In fact, they live as many as 7 years. In 4th place, Balochistan pygmy jerboa. The Balochistan pygmy jerboa is a species of rodent in the family Dipodidae. Adults average only 4.4 centimeters, 1.7 inches, in head and body length, with the tail averaging 8 centimeters, 3.1 inches. This little rodent species has been recorded from Pakistan and may occur in Afghanistan. They are nocturnal herbivores and are usually found in rolling sand dunes, barren flat gravel and sandy plains in hot deserts. They feed on wind-blown seeds and succulent leaves of desert-adapted vegetation. Food is raised to the mouth using the hands. With a cotton ball-like body and adorable long ears, They do make an interesting creature. A jerboa can easily pass off as a mini kangaroo. It has long hind legs and shorter front ones. Jerboa's movement is usually by leaping horizontally, vertically and zigzag, and they do not drink water directly. Instead, they get it through plants and insects they eat. The jerboa was used as a mascot by the British in World War II. The Balochistan pygmy jerboa isn't considered a very good pet since it carries several illnesses. In third place, the Kitti's hog-nosed bat. The Kitti's hog-nosed bat, sometimes referred to as the bumblebee bat, due to its diminutive size, was discovered in 1970s and could arguably be the world's smallest mammal. It is found in western Thailand and southeast Burma. Its coat is reddish-brown or gray, with a distinctive pig-like snout. The bat is about 29 to 33 millimeters in length and weighs 2 grams. Kitti's hog-nosed bat roosts in caves in limestone hills, far from the entrance. While many caves contain only 10 to 15 individuals, the average group size is 100, with a maximum of about 500 individuals. Roost high on walls or roof domes, far apart from each other. Bats also undertake seasonal migration between caves. The fact that the Kitti's hog-nosed bat lives very close to the water means they are usually able to find plenty of insects that they can. Flies are in high supply around this area, and they make up most of the diet. They also consume lots of types of spiders. What is interesting is that the Kitti's hog-nosed bat doesn't usually stop to eat. They will typically do it while they are still in flight. In second place, the Brachysia chameleon. Brachysia is a genus of chameleons, endemic to Madagascar, that range from small to very small in size and are known collectively as leaf chameleons. Brachysia includes species considered to be the world's smallest chameleons and are also among the smallest reptiles. Members of the genus Brachysia are largely brown, and most are essentially terrestrial. A significant percentage of the species in the genus were only identified as science within the last 3 decades, and a number of species that still have not received a scientific name are known to exist. Most inhabit very small ranges in areas that are difficult to access, and due to their small size and secretive nature, they have been relatively poorly studied compared to their larger relatives. Scientists have discovered 4 new species of super tiny chameleons in Madagascar. The smallest of the new species, Brachysia migra, is found only on the small island of Nosihara, and has been dubbed the smallest chameleon in the world. Measuring from nose to tail 29 millimeters, 1.14 inches, at its largest. Scientists believe it represents a notable example of island dwarfism. In first place, of the top 7 smallest animals in the world, Montiapiria iluth. Eleutherodactylus iberia is the smallest frog in the northern hemisphere, and is tied for the world's smallest tetrapod, with another frog, Brachycephalus didactylus, a Brazilian brachycephalid. Both reach only about 10 millimeters. It is currently the only species of Eleutherodactylus known to reach such a small size. Endemic to eastern Cuba, this species is toxic. This small frog has a dorsal coloration of dark brown, with a vivid coppery stripe on the canthal region, which gradually changes to orange over the eyelids, becoming golden yellow and white behind the eyes, then continuing posteriorly and becoming a discontinuous dorsolateral stripe near the vent. Finger and toe tips are rounded and very thin. The Montiapiria iluth has a similar diet to other small frogs, despite its miniature size. It hunts and eats a wide range of invertebrates, feeding on insects, moths, and spiders. This species is considered critically endangered due to its very restricted range. Deforestation, due to subsistence farming and wood collection, presents the single greatest threat. Thank you! Thank you to have been with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the Top 7 TV YouTube channel. Love you all!